Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. We have the AGL Spring Tournament Finals here. Associates face off against Grimm in a rematch from, what was it, 2 nights ago, I think? I don't even remember. It doesn't really matter. Essentially, Durang faced somebody. They won. No, actually, they lost, pardon me. They faced Grimm. Grimm faced Associates right after, and Associates lost. And then Durang and Associates faced off, quote unquote. Associates won by forfeit, and now it's a rematch on a different map this time, if I remember correctly. But still, nothing's really changed. Obviously, the lineups have changed, but I don't feel like anything outside of those two things have made a difference here. If that makes sense, we have matchup on Villa, so very standard map, very meta map, I would say. Rather defender-sided, though, so the fact that the team that not only won in a previous matchup is on defense, but is on defense here, does give them a bit of a leg up. They have, looking at the bans, both teams have done pretty standard bans. The only weird one I'd say is potentially the Capcan. The rest of the bans are pretty much your average ban phase. You have the Jackal there for roam clear, and then obviously the contrasting Thatcher and Cade bans. The only interesting thing about this map is the fact that you can pretty much impact trick any main wall. On this site, you can impact trick over in hunting, you can impact trick the study walls, I believe you can impact trick these walls in 90, though rarely would a team ever do that. Really, you ever see a team do that. Doesn't mean that teams are going to naturally opt to try and keep walls closed by impact tricking, but it does offer teams an alternative to bringing a bandit or a mute or a Cade. As I said, the only strange ban here might be the Capcan. That might be just because they don't want to have to deal with him if they rush. I really doubt that they're going to rush, though. Outside of that, I don't really see a need for it. He doesn't have an amazing gun. He has a Nitro, which is whatever. And then his utility, it can be dangerous, but it's more dangerous only when teams aren't paying any attention. So you can deal with Capcan traps, EDDs, just by paying a bit of attention, and that's the problem solved. Looking at this attack lineup here, it's again a very meta lineup as Benkim, I think that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Panem, I don't even know. Aside Cloud will take down VQ6, as Laser will pick off Cloud, removing the Zove as well as the Ace. Two very big frags there for Grim Reality. Admittedly, lost probably a Nitro and one player there, the Thunderbird, taken off the board, but in exchange got not only the only hard reach, really, but also a solid fragger with some good utility in that Zove. Laser with a double kill now into Ortiz. He's just really holding down this roam here. We'll get a 3K through the wall onto P-Carry. So it's a strong pre-fire there for them, and it's up to just Tony here. And I don't know how this is going to go. He has 2 minutes. He does have the diffuser. He has 2 drones for himself and 1 drone left by a teammate. But he's facing essentially the entirety of Grim Reality. All at full health. And he's going to need to get kills. It doesn't matter. Typical will wipe him out. That's going to be an early round here for Grim. And they will take a 1-0 lead here. And that was a mess of a round. We saw an attempt at a master push there, I think, from Associates, but even then, it barely even got off the ground. They didn't even really manage to get map control at all. They couldn't flush out Laser. None of them won gunfights. They didn't pincer at all. They didn't try and get trades. They just all gave 1v1s and lost and died, which is really unfortunate for them. We'll have to see if they can recover now, as they'll be trying to attack that same area. Now there's just going to be a bomb site right next to it instead of across the map. Over on the Aviator side, though, we'll be pushing Trophy and Statuary this time around. We'll have to see how this goes. It's a very similar lineup on defense from Grim Reality. Again, Laser. There's the Bandit, typical as the Jaeger, and then I want to say G4? I'm not even sure I pronounce any of these names anymore. My apologies. As that Thunderbird, the only real difference is being Cosmic now running around with a Mute, bringing some just general denial, not only drones, but also, to an extent, intel and wall denial. And then VQ6 bringing a Melusi, not as strong of a pick as she once was, especially back when her utility was bulletproof. I mean, not bulletproof. Yeah, it was bulletproof. Pardon me, I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time, but now not as strong. Still can be useful, but needs to be the utility needs to be more careful when you place it, considering it's so easy to destroy. That it's not gonna make much of a. If you don't do it right, it's not gonna make much of a difference, because you can just step into its range and shoot it. There needs to be somebody playing a bit more aggressively, I suppose, near it. Laser will fall, and there goes the person that was truly a pain there for the assault of Associates. Getting that roam clear, I suppose, completed. Cosmic will actually hit 2 stems there from G-Full. The Thunderbird proving a bit useful now. It's going to be probably a problem later in the round for Associates, is that if they don't finish their kills, it's just going to get healed up by those Thunderbird Kona stations. We'll have to see if they can manage to capitalize on that and win some gunfights here. OTs will fall at the hands of G-Full. The Thunderbird now putting 1 frag on the board for his team, bringing it now evenly to a 4-4 situation. Losing that Flores is not great. They still never have frags, as well as the lifelines charges there from High as a Cloud. Nitro will go from below, not from below, pardon me, from an adjacent area, from actually inside Statuary. G-Full going to try and get some damage. Does end up lowering down him, as well as Tony, just a teeny bit. I think that could easily be undone, though, courtesy of a couple stems from Jiggy Tony's. He's going to be trying to. I think they're trying to get the wall open here. It is currently bandited. All they have to do really is just throw a flash and then a frag over, and there goes the flashes. They don't have any frags anymore either. VQ6 will pick off P carry. Removes the flank watch aspect. Hopefully they got their utility down. Cannon will actually take down and out. VQ6 might be swung now, however, by G-Full, who will complete the swing, complete the kill as well. It's up to just High as the Cloud and Tony here in a 2v2 against Cosmic and G-Full. As you can see, they're trying to get something done here. They have control of Astro Stairs and of this Master site in general, all the way into Master Bathroom, but they need to make something happen. Beyond that, they need to either take Astro or even take the Statuary side. You see, trying to hold down Astro will fall. However, too, High as the Cloud, the Zofia getting the pick. Up to G-Full now. He's rotated surprisingly out of objective. Can be trying to maybe retake? He doesn't have a silent on to the objective here. Will spot High as the Cloud, takes him down for a 3K. Now looking for a 4th to complete the round for his team. We're on a 2-0 lead now. I think Tony's going to be just trying to push forward here. Yup, triggers the Banshee and burns Barb. G-Full just going to run away. They don't have the diffuser. It was stuck in Master that entire time after Banham died, and that'll be the round there for Grim. Smart play, pardon me, from the Thunderbird earns the round for Grim. Alright, on to this next round. On to the 3rd round of this half. It's been, admittedly we're only 2 rounds in, but it's been rather plain, nothing surprising in terms of how we've seen attacks from Associates, or in terms of how the site was set up by Grim. And I do remember this was a similar outing for Grim reality, admittedly with a different lineup on a different map against Associates a few days ago.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I have to see how this goes. I think this could be a real bellwether, pardon me, for Grim. They don't have a castle in play, oddly enough, although the castle is available. I suppose they decided against bringing it, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Considering that it's very typical on the site to bring the castle and do a memo extension. They certainly seem to have things set for memo extension. They have a mute, obviously, and they have these reinforcements as well as a Banshee there, so they could very well decide to do it. I think they will be. It's just strange that they don't have a castle for it to lock off some of these doorways to cut off some sightlines. Maybe buy some more time for that extension. I suppose they might be looking for a softer option in terms of an extension. Maybe they just want to have some sort of presence there for a teeny bit of the round and then play time. Not exactly sure. We'll have to see how that goes for them. So you can see VQ6 was picked off pretty early on in, I believe, an attempted run out, and that'll be quite costly for them. G-Full is well going to fall, courtesy of as high as the cloud. The Nomad here, trying to put some work in, trying to clear a laser, not a laser, pardon me, typical, who's still running above here, sends out a Nitro, trying to blast somebody away. Team Rockets die. He will get one frag, though, onto as high as the cloud. 4v3 now. Laser, Cosmic, and Typical going to try and stave off the assault here from Associates. V2 now. Laser takes down PK areas. Ban will pick off Typical. The realm has been cleared now, and man advantage still remains here for the attacking team, for Associates. We'll have to see if they can manage to capitalize on that. They still have plenty of time. They have vertical players. They unfortunately lost that Nomads. They did lose some flank watch in that sense. Laser going to creep up Astro Stairs, so I don't think the Sledges at all really realizing it or aware. Will unfortunately cost them the man advantage. Now back to 2v2, and Laser is obviously retaken above. Nobody's there to challenge him. Phantom and Ortiz are pretty much on the objective here. You don't have to deal with Cosmic over in the dining side. I don't think realizes they're over there. I think he has now, but only after Phantom put down a Selma charge. Now both of them going to rotate back to the objective here. Cosmic going to be trying to use the M5, send a couple shots down the alley. Trying to make something happen here. Knows they're both there. You can see Laser will fall at the hands of Ortiz. Both of them pushing in now. Bantam looking for the plant now. Very low. Certainly be cancelled by Cosmic. Gets the frag. Does not, though. Ortiz will pick up the first round here for Associates. Still down, however. 2-1 now. Closer than before. We'll have to see if they can manage to keep this momentum going to the next attacking round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. He's ready. Bottling it, yes. Ready to block someone.
Station in position.
All right, now.
Kona on standby.
Doorway barricaded. Ten seconds to go. Razor 5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Place device. Unfold razor wire.
Gotta reload.
Again, aviator hold now. Man advantage. No man advantage yet, but a round advantage has come to, obviously, reality. They'll try and extend it now. They're going back to their strongest side, arguably, considering the start of the start of this game within, and they'll look to continue. I don't even know what to tell you. Typical gets another frag there onto Ortiz, unfortunately for him, and once more removing that secondary support. Even though I don't think Associates has gotten a single wall this game, losing that secondary support is going to make it harder, obviously, for them to actually get a wall open, even with that, especially with those bandits in place. As high as the Cloud will take down Typical. I think they're trying to burn through. Okay, 6 takes down and Tony with a nitro. There goes the frag grenades. Obviously, one of them got burnt by an ADS there. Very aggressive play that we're seeing here from Grim Reality. Multiple roamers, multiple nitros went out, and Laser takes down Pre-Carry as he was traded by as high as the Cloud. It's up to a 2v2 now, as Typical also fell in that madness, and it's going to really just be up to Banham and Cloud here against Cosmic and G-Full. This is a situation that we've seen before, at least for Grim, as G-Full will take down Banham, moving that ace. Not like he could really do anything, and G-Full will close out the round for his team. 3-1 now for them on Villa. At this point, even if they lose these next 2 rounds, which seems unlikely, they're at 3. So although it might be a bit, I would say, a bit below average of an ending of a split at half for them to be even on such a defender-sided map, they'd still be in a really solid spot, considering that they would be at 3-3. I doubt that that will happen to them, though, considering that, at least so far, obviously, we still have at least 4 more rounds. They've been in control of this match. You know, they're dictating the pace and the play style of Associates. Ideally, it should be the other way around for Associates, considering they're the ones attacking, they're the ones that go to Grim. But they seem rushed. I don't know if they're trying to rush in that sense. Not literally your traditional rush, but I'm talking about making sloppy mistakes, losing those early gunfights, getting nitroed out. It just seems kind of sloppy from them, I dare say.
Attackers have been the location of the bomb.
Fueling station place.
For anyone interested in college sports, Kansas beat Villanova, 85-61.
10 seconds remaining.
For those of you not interested in sports, I don't know what to tell you.
5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Penultimate round will be a trophy and statuary defense here from Grim Reality. I believe a bit of a different hold now, a bit of a different lineup, that's for sure, so will, of course, affect how they try and approach this. They do have a Valkyrie in play, as well as a Lamai, so I think they're opting for an impact trick, especially considering that they have opened up these holes. They have a Mute there as a sort of preemptive thing, but obviously Mute is no longer able to cover the entire wall, can only cover, I'd say, like 3/4 of it. Typical will pick off as high as the Cloud. Removing that flank watch is going to make it a lot easier for Grim to get more aggressive against them. Obviously, Tony picks off Laser, moves a Nitro, so I'm sure Grim's unhappy about that, but still a 4v4. And in exchange for losing a Mute, you take out Nomad, flank watch, with a lot of active utility. That's pretty big, 3v4, as PQ6 will take down Tony. Taken down there by Ortiz, though. A nice trade there for Associates. And they'll retain this even number situation now. Typical will fall, however, to PK. He will actually try and push back. We keep some of the lost health there. I think they're realizing now that they've finally gotten open a wall and they can push onto the objective. Cosmic trying to stave off this attack here. He is holding down this trophy side. We'll take one out with a headshot. That's Ortiz off the board now. And it's up to him and G-Full again. The third round now, where they've been the last two left. It's the second round we've seen. Ban him, and Cosmic gets a quick 3K. Finishes the round there for his team. 4-1. They will be guaranteed a round advantage going into the attacking half here on Villa. Just a matter of if it's going to be by 2 or by 4.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Final out of the first half here. A dining and kitchen hold again. We'll have to see how this goes for them. They've decided now to bring a castle. I think that's a wise decision. They'll be able to more heavily hold that memo side. I don't feel like that was the real decider for that round, though, that last round on this objective, where essentially what happened is that they lost vertical control, and even though they regained it late, they lost sight. So they traded off vertical control for sight, and they weren't really able to play vertical to clear out the people near the objective. Because Associates completed a push here on this pantry wall into dining and got the frags that they needed from there. And the solution for them will be to really try and close off this very standard area for holding an objective. No, area for holding an objective. Pardon me, area for pushing the objective, which is this pantry set. Obviously, they've tried to do that through a castle barricade, barb, a Rooney, a mute jammer, a reinforcement, and an ADS. If that's not overkill, I don't know what is. That should certainly delay the attack that we'll see from Associates onto this wall. Don't know if that will be indefinite, however, for them. As you can see now, it's pushing up to pantry here. Ortiz for Associates trying to get his way in there. Might be a bit tough considering that there is a meat jammer right by it. Okay. Well, and he takes out Cosmic. I don't think Cosmic was expecting that to happen. Obviously, Tifo going to react by rotating into where Cosmic was and try to get a refrag, but I don't think he's going to get it. It seems as though we've seen Ortiz rotate away from that. Could be wrong. Interesting to note here is that pretty much the entirety of Grim is note is that although it's now changed, for a moment there, pretty much all of Grim Reality was off-site. I think that might have been a missed opportunity there for something good to happen there for Associates, though I don't know what exactly that might be. PQ6 now going to rotate out this pantry stairs, might be looking for a flank to get a frag. Don't think he will be able to, though, considering that nobody's there anymore. Previously, we saw Ortiz playing that. Obviously, he died. I think after that, might have been Ban Him or P. Carey playing that.
drop the bomb diffuser.
Chief is going to
Attackers
take down
recovered the
Banham.
diffuser.
Don't know how this is going to go exactly for them. Now Chief was the last one left. PQ6 will fall. Tony gets the final frag of the half. On to Chief will. That'll be a 4-2 split. Pretty standard here for this map, and Grim Reality will go into the second half with a 2-round advantage.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Changing mag! Deploying bulletproof camera.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Station prep. Kona station positioned.
10 seconds to go.
Kona station deployed.
5 seconds left.
Turn this on, folks. I'm trying to multitask here. Interestingly enough, now as Associates will be starting on defense for the second half. Down by 2 rounds, going to. I don't know if this is going to be their strongest side or their weakest side. Considering the fact that they're going there first, it suggests it's their strongest side. But even then, it's going to be tough for them to hold it. It's generally a difficult site, regardless of if a team feels the most comfortable on it or the least comfortable on it.
Changing mag.
See, this goes for Grim now, as they're going to be trying to seemingly take vertical here. They have basically cleared out vertical. 3v5 double kill from Typical to take down Cloud and Tony. There goes any real roam there for Associates. Now we'll have to see how this goes. Laser bringing a fuse. I think that's an interesting choice. Considering that he now has a solid amount of utility with the 4 cluster charges, he can go through hard walls, hard hatches, and obviously soft breach, and has either hard breach charges or breaches combined with a solid weapon. He's now an actual option for vertical. I'd say he's going to be a secondary vertical option, not really your sledge or your buck, but it can still be very helpful in that sense. You can also clear out more burn utility. PQ6 will take down 1, but obviously got traded out. Unfortunately for Grim, they're still at a 2-man advantage, though. We'll have to see if they can finish this round out. Typical gets a 3K, looking for a 4th, potentially. PK, the last one left here on Laundry, trying to make something happen. Pushed now and cleared out by Laser from that laundry hatch. That'll be a round now for Grim Reality. 5-2 here against Associates.
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Engage. Pest in position. Pest online.
Station placed.
Potential pentalton round now for reality in a 5-2 situation. They're leading by an entire quarter of the game, 3 whole rounds here. Have to see if they can actually win this next round, which will probably be the toughest one for them. It's going to be on Aviator Games, which has traditionally been a tough site for teams to attack because of how it's structured. You know, you can pretty easily deny that study side. Don't think about anything past that. Let's go Grim. Hi, Prowse. It's good to see somebody comment. Ortiz will actually take down Typical there. Takes out the top frag, pardon me, of Grim Reality. Good start for them. They've taken out some soft breach as well, removing some utility. Potentially saving them from some destruction in the sense that they still have, they still obviously have Kona stations, they still have ADSs that could be burnt, they still have Bandit batteries, 4v4, and a laser will take down P-Carry, trading out back to a 4v4 situation, and it's both numerically and in the sense of what utility's been lost, it's about even. You could argue that it slightly favors one team or another, considering based on how much you value, and as I say that Ortiz gets a double kill on a laser. He's continuing to be a bit of an issue, really, for Grim on this Thunderbird 3v3 now. VQ6 will take down High as the Cloud. Well placed frag from Grim will end up getting them a kill here. Just they wipe out now the Jaeger. The tied top flag for Associates with both of the top frags at the top end. Actually, no, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, and it doesn't seem as though much is happening. Obviously, Grim moving at a bit of a slow pace now. They have 3 players left. They've lost some of that really vanguard in the sense that they don't have as much of a fragging edge now. They still have, admittedly, G-Fuel and Cosmics, that same duo that we've constantly seen trying to clutch rounds, and they've overall been fairly successful. They're at a man disadvantage, though. They're attacking on a very tough site to attack. Cosmic will fall at the hands of Ortiz, gets a 3-cannon left for the 4th now. G-Fuel pushes into Hunting. Won't have to worry about Ortiz, who's going to rotate around. Holding the diffuser at this point, that's all that really matters for him. Nitro will go out there for Jigitoni. He will swing around. I don't think he notices Ortiz, though. Now knows where he is. Needs to be careful, though. They realize where he's at exactly, and they're just going to pincer him at this point. You see Ortiz going to inch forward. Look at the frag. 4K from Ortiz. Closes out the round here for Associates. Closing the gap as well between the two teams to only 2 rounds now, back to where we started at the beginning of the second half. 5-3, though, as we are 1 round closer to the end of this matchup. Both literally and in the sense that now, before it would be 3 rounds and 4 rounds, 5 rounds, pardon me, and now it's only 2 rounds and 4 rounds.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Needle set.
Healing station placed.
Laser wire is deployed. Deployment. Perimeter defense
Healing
active.
station in
ADS active
position.
in the sector.
Kona
Reload device.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
All right, now we'll have to see how this goes. Potentially the most uncomfortable site here for associates. They've delayed this as much as possible, and so they'll now be trying to make this work here.
Attackers have located a bomb.
4v5. VQ6 will pick off Ortiz early here. Gets an opening for his team. We'll have to see how this goes for them past that. I don't know what he's doing on this window. He's on an overheal, courtesy of a stem from G4, or an overcharge, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. It's typical lowered a bit. He's taken this master bathroom area. They've seeded, Associates has seeded now, control of Astro. Don't know why exactly, but he has 3v4. Bannon will trade out typical for Tony. That's not a great trade for them, though. G4 will take down 2. Him and Laser clean up the round here for Grim, going now 6-3 against Associates.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
All reinforced.
Bomb located by attackers.
Match point now. I don't know if this is a good sign or a bad sign, but after that messy round there on Trophy, we're going to see if Associates is able to calm it down and pick up another round here. Keep their hopes alive on Dining and Kitchen, strangely enough. So that they end up opening the round with them losing.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Activate jammer.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Adrenaline surge incoming.
Jammer deployed. ADS up and running.
I'm out! Gotta reload! Adrenaline surge incoming.
P6 takes down Ortiz, obviously typical out of the round. So, 4v4 situation, not a great spot for either team to really be in, but at least it's even in terms of numbers and in terms of utility lost about. As you can see, pantry push here for Graham. We'll have to see how this goes for them. They have a solid foundation now. Laser will take an SI as the Cloud, gets his team a man advantage now. And really, it's just up to what remains on the objective here for Associates. 3v3, Tony will pick off VQ6. And moves that Zofia from the play. Laser lowered there, not out just yet, as Tony will fall at the hands of G4. to just ban him and PK right here. We'll have to just PK the match on the line here. Laser will pick up ban him. And Cosmic will get the final kill, closes out the tournament, and your AGL Spring Tournament champions are Grim Reality and a 7-3 win against Associates. Congratulations, Grim Reality. 10-8, 7-10, 5-9, 5-8, 4-7, 11-6, 11-4, 8-8, 8-9, 4-4.